Now, when I arrived at Manchester Airport, I took a taxi to Manchester Airport. There was a lot of crowding outside the airport Terminal 1. Now, I thought that perhaps it had been maybe even sort of a fire or a bomb scare or something like that, perhaps. But a lot of people sort of just chaotically standing around, not really knowing what to do. I asked them what was happening, and they said, "Oh, it's a power outage, and we're not checking it at the moment." So I said, "Well, fortunately, I have checked it online. Should I be okay?" And the answer was yes. Please go through to passport check and security. So I went through passport check and boarding card check. They were done manually, so there were no automated scanning systems in operation. Went through that manually, of course. Came into security. Security, only one of the conveyor belts was working, so it was a little bit slower, but it was fairly quiet because most people were still at check-in. So I jumped the queue, as it were, fortunately for that. So, and I was originally told by the automated system that it would be boarding at 12 or leaving at 12:30 rather than 9:50, so a 2-hour, 40-minute delay. I've just received 5 minutes ago an email and a text from Emirates saying the flight has actually been cancelled and that it will be 12:30 tomorrow, Monday, the 24th, rather than today, the 23rd. But I think a lot of people have seen the flights being cancelled and are now sort of looking at alternative provisions, and perhaps going back to the station, the train station, and then looking at sort of getting back home or going from an alternative airport maybe. But one of the things that does sort of alarm me and concern me is that Manchester Airport didn't seem to have a fully sort of dual redundant sort of uninterruptible power system backup with proper generators and proper sort of automatic provisions. So I'm very, very concerned that seems to have impacted sort of my business trip, but also many people's holidays. And a lot of people are particularly upset, and I have heard lots of choice words in conversations around me. Yeah, I think my usual impression of Manchester Airport sadly has been reinforced in that the individual staff are very helpful. They will do whatever they can to sort things out, and certainly the gentleman who was sort of sorting out the manual passport, the Emirates staff were all excellent, of course, but they're hampered somewhat by the system. And I have found that there hasn't been a great deal of information around from Manchester Airport itself as a management team, and also there haven't been certainly vouchers for food or drink or beverage available from the team, which you would normally expect. I think I'm probably quite relaxed. I mean, I'm a frequent traveller, a frequent flyer, and sort of things do sometimes happen. I'm almost sort of used to things not working correctly and not working out properly. But I'm most alarmed that it's not a situation that Manchester Airport couldn't have foreseen. We as travellers can't foresee this, can't expect it, but Manchester Airport surely you would expect would have contingencies in place for this exact form of disruption, rather than just cancelling and ruining people's business and holiday plans. Yeah.
Surrender. know, it's customer care.